Hello, second grade Smarties, and welcome to iReady Math Lesson 18, video number 3. So today is our last day with Lesson 18 with comparing units of measurement. So we are going to be in our instruction book on pages 174 and 175. Once you get open to those pages, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's look at number 11 on 174. Now remember, we have been comparing units of measurement. So talking about how feet, measuring in feet, is longer than measuring in inches, or inches are longer than centimeters, or meters are longer than centimeters. So we are comparing those units. All right, so be thinking about those units and what they mean as we complete these problems. All right, number 11. Ed measures a picture using combs and quarters as his units. The length of the picture is 3 units of one item and 18 units of the other. Which item does he use to get a length of 3 units? All right, so Ed is using a comb as a unit of measurement and quarters as a unit of measurement. It says that the length of the picture, the length is 3 units of one item. Which item does he use to get a length of 3 units? So looking at the units that Ed used, which one would make the most sense for him to only use 3? Would it make sense for him to measure a picture with the length of 3 combs or the length of 3 quarters? Think about a picture. Let's say that my whiteboard is the size of a picture frame. Which one would make the most sense to use? 3 combs or 3 quarters? 3 combs, right? Because the combs are what? The combs are longer. So we would say Ed used the comb because it is longer in length, right? So it's longer in length than the quarter. So which unit of measurement needed 18 units? The quarters. So that means Ed used 18 quarters, or the unit, the 18 units to measure the picture. All right, number 12. It says Joe's bedroom is 4 yards long. He also measures it in feet. Is the length of Joe's bedroom more yards or more feet? All right, Smarties. So yards, a yard is 3 feet. So 1 yard is the same as 1, 2, 3 feet. So 1 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet, and this is 1 yard. Okay, so if we laid a yardstick down, 1 yard is the same as 3 feet. Okay, so Joe's bedroom is 4 yards long. Okay, so think about it, 4 yards. So if I were to line up 4 yards, so 1, 2, 3, 4 yards. Now remember, this is not the standard measurement. And remember, there's 3 feet in each yard. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Do you remember learning arrays? Yeah, this is just like that. Okay, so how many feet would Joe's bedroom be? 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 plus 3 is also 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12. So the length of Joe's bedroom is 4 yards, but it is also 12 feet. So we have 4 yards, and I'm going to erase this in a second, Smarties. So the length is 4 yards, but it is also 12 feet. It is the same. Is the length of Joe's bedroom more yards or more feet? Which unit, Smarties, did you need more of to measure? Did you need more yards? We used 4 yards, or did you have to use more feet? We had to use more feet, right? Because 12 is greater than the number 4. But remember, a yard is the same as 3 feet. If we chose to use to measure using the unit of feet, we would need to use more feet. So Joe used more feet. Why did he use more feet? Are feet bigger, or are they shorter or longer than yards? They're shorter because feet are shorter in length. And I'm going to make sure to end that with a period because I am a smarty and write incomplete sentences. Are you making sure to write incomplete sentences? I sure hope so. All right, number 13. Kit's red ribbon is 12 inches long. Her blue ribbon is 12 centimeters long. Kit says they are the same length. Do you agree? Explain. All right. So Kit is saying that her red ribbon is 12 inches long and her blue ribbon is 12 centimeters long. Let me get a tool to check her thinking. Let me see. I have my handy dandy ruler that has centimeters and inches. So the length of Kit's red ribbon was 12 inches, or the same as 1 foot. So the length of the red ribbon was the same as 1 foot. So the length of my ruler, 1 foot. Okay, so here are the inches. Now, Kit says her blue ribbon was 12 centimeters long, and they are the same length. Okay, so I flipped my ruler over to centimeters. And here is the length of 12 centimeters. So do we agree or disagree with Kit? We disagree, right? I disagree. Why do we disagree? Because remember, we are comparing those units. So are inches the same as centimeters? Do they have the same length? No. Why? Which one is bigger, inches or centimeters? Inches are longer than centimeters. Okay, so I disagree because inches are longer than centimeters. And I am making sure to use those topic-specific words. All right. Now, they had the same number of inches and the same number of centimeters, but the units that Kit used was different. All right, let's go to 14. Eric measures the length of his model car. All right, so Eric, he did such a great job lining it up with the 0. All right. It says, what is the length of Eric's car? So we lined it up. We have 1 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet. So the length is 3 feet. Part B, what is the length of Eric's car in yards. Ooh, think back to number 12. How many feet are in a yard? So, how many yards long is Eric's car? We have 1 yardstick, so it would be 1 yard. Kiss your brain, Smarties. Let's keep going. Part C. Which units would you need the most of to measure the length of Eric's car? Okay, so we are going to compare 4 different units. Would we need more inches, centimeters, yards, or feet? Which one would we need the most of to measure? So if you need the most of, that means you're thinking about the smallest unit. Go ahead and circle which unit of measurement is the smallest. Centimeters, right? Just like we looked at for number 13, centimeters are shorter in length than inches. All right, and part D, which units would you need the least of to measure the length of the car? So if we are needing the unit that for the least amount of units, we are needing the longest unit. Which unit is going to be the longest? Inches, centimeters, yards, or feet? Go ahead and circle which unit you would need the least of. We would need the least amount of yards, right? Because we know that in 1 foot, there are 12 inches. We know that in 1 yard, there are 3 feet. And remember, centimeters, there are 30 centimeters. Now, we don't usually use centimeters when we're talking about feet. When we're using centimeters, we measure in meters, okay? So remember, centimeters are also smaller than inches. So we would need the smallest amount of yards to measure the length of the car. All right, Smarties, way to go. Now, this is really challenging because you might not have a meter stick or a yardstick in front of you. It's hard to think about these units of measurement in comparing, but you guys did such a great job. So give yourselves a pat on the back and remember to keep that growth mindset because you are such a good learner and good learners do hard things. I will see you very soon with another measuring lesson. Happy learning, Smarties.